back to my burn umber, and I can let some of these little bushes and stuff run right down on the snow.
Hello everyone, it is I, the painter, and welcome back to yet another episode of A Tribute to Mastery. And today we're going to be making a wintry painting. So we're going to be using a lot of primarily cool colors, some lighter ones, but mostly cool colors. So we're going in with minority white canvas, which if you want to go ahead and do that, you should probably do that now. And we're going to take our brown and our blue and we're just going to start mixing them together on our canvas, just like this. And don't worry about the colors being too dark because it'll pick up the white that's already on the canvas and it will lighten up extremely quickly. So there's nothing to worry about. Once we've got that there, we can go here and we can use what's left on our brush to just do this, create a bit of maybe some water, or it's gotta be water, something like that. And then after that, we can go ahead and we can just use this and just try to more or less get all the canvas to be colored to some degree, way, shape, or form. Probably spending a bit too long on this, but that's okay. We want this to look good. And after we've done that, we can easily just go in with our water and or paint thinner, depending on what you have. We can just use that. Get rid of anything left. Alright, next up, we take our fan brush and load it with white, and we're gonna start doing some clouds. We haven't done clouds in a hot minute, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Just like this, making them sort of halfway in this dome shape. You can easily go in here with them, just like this. And we can use our sponge brush and easily use it to halfway just get some of these bottoms here. And now once we've gotten our clouds all we can easily go in, we're just going to drag this over, and if your clouds are a little bit hard to see, that's okay. We're going to go over them back again in a hot minute and redefine them. We just want this to sort of halfway be in the back. And now we go in here and we redefine them. And all of a sudden we have some very nice looking clouds. It's one of my favorite things that I've learned with this series that I've been doing. And our next thing we're going to be wanting to create some trees way back in the distance. So we're going to take our red and our blue, mix them together. We want to use less blue than red because the blue is much stronger than the red. Okay, and then we're going to mix a bit of white into that. Creates this nice lavender color. Maybe we need a little more blue in there. You don't want to use like no blue. It's just that you don't want it to get so blue that you can't even see the red. We're just mixing some white in until it's this nice color. And we can easily go in and just place down what's going to be trees right there in the back, easily. And if we need some, we can always go back and get more, just like that. Go over these, make it a little more, can't remember the word right now, but same. Standard, similar, uniform. Yes, uniform, that's the word I was looking for. Sometimes my brain forgets things, but yeah, I want these trees to be a bit more uniform. Go up in here. These trees don't need to have a ton of detail either. We just need to place them down. With every flick of your brush, you get a new tree, or at least part of a new tree, depending on how big you're making them. Personally, I'm making them this big, more or less. Making them this big. What does that mean to you? Probably not much, but it means something to me. And we want to have a whole line of these trees going way over here. And they're going up and down, over and around. Easily have some, and they're going this way too. Kind of halfway going off the canvas, which is good. These might not look like trees right now, but they will in a minute, so just trust the process. If there's any weird imperfections, you can just go in and flick it away. And it's probably going to end up getting painted over, so it's okay. Next, we're going to want want to go in with our little sponge brush, and we're gonna just use this, and we're just gonna draw this across, smooth this out a little bit, just a bit, not too much, just a bit. Make these sort of look like maybe they're halfway misty or something like that. Don't want to do it too aggressively or nothing like that. Just a little bit, just enough to push it in the back. And heck, we can even do something like this if we really want to. It's very easy to do new things with stuff like this. You just try it. Speaking of trying new things, it kind of reminds me of when I was younger and me being a not very picky child, but relatively picky. Oh, who am I kidding? I was one of those kids that had one of those phases where I would only eat certain things and I wouldn't touch anything else. Most kids had something like that. We're gonna mix some brown into there. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what the only thing I would eat was, but it was a little box dinner thing, and that's all I would eat for quite a while. I remember being 3 or 4 years old, that being the only thing I would touch. I remember being at a family dinner thing, and I wouldn't eat anything, so they had to make me one of those little box dinners so that I would eat. I actually remember pretending not to like it just so that I wouldn't have to eat it. I know that that it was like the steak and mashed potatoes that was like what I was trying to get out of eating. And I remember eating a little bit of the mashed potatoes, but not wanting to like it made me think that I didn't like it. So for most of my life, well, not even like most of my life, but for a decent chunk of my life, I went thinking, oh, I don't like mashed potatoes. It wasn't up until I want to say I was 15 or 16 before I actually started eating them again. I finally was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll have them. It was on Thanksgiving, I believe, or right before. It was a Thanksgiving dinner thing, and I finally was like, okay, I guess fine. I guess I'm mature enough. I will try the mashed potatoes, and then I did. It was like, oh, that's actually really good. It also helped that they had good mashed potatoes there, but ever since then, I have liked mashed potatoes. And that's not the only thing either. Okay, and we're gonna go here. Maybe we'll make a really tall one right here. Yeah, one of the other things was quesadillas, of all things, which is kind of silly considering the fact that quesadillas are literally, they're just tortilla and cheese and meat. But I refuse to eat them. I refuse to eat it for the longest time until I was finally convinced to do it, and yeah, quesadilla is one of my favorite things now. Steak too. I remember for a long time being like, oh, I want to try steak, and I finally did, and then I would proceed to steal it from not like other people's plates, but like my dad. When he would have steak, I would always insist on having some too, because it was that good. So yeah, trying new things every now and then can be good. That's all I'm trying to say with this. It goes with vanity too. And we're just gonna do the same thing over there, but here I am intentionally doing this kind of streaky so that it has that sort of misty effect where part of it's poking through, part of it's not. Next we go in with our dirty brush. We mix it with some more brown, a bit of yellow in there, a bit more yellow, and some white. White's a big thing. We need to make this this grayish, almost backrooms wallpaper yellow. We're just gonna go in here, and we're just gonna start laying in the framework of what's going to be some grass and stuff, maybe, potentially, I think. A lot of times with this, I'm just guessing. Okay, we'll just go with more yellow. Don't want it to be super yellow, but The thing with adding more colors is you can't just add it in one spot and then be done with it. No, you gotta commit to the entire thing, otherwise it's not gonna work. I'm doing this whole area right here and it's already looking better. I think this is meant to primarily be like dead grass because this is like winter and stuff. Okay, maybe pull this across here a bit, make some more variation. Maybe or not. I don't know. Hills would be a bit more slanted like that. I'm just gonna have that. Making some layers. This is fun. And maybe, why not, we can go with some brown. Trying to make a bit of a point with our brush. And we can just go here and just make a big tree. Make a tree right here. Right here. Just like that. Maybe we'll make another one too. Because, you know, it's winter. It's gonna be more than a bit, some of the trees are gonna be more than a bit barren. Which is, you know, it's kind of what we want. So, we're just placing our trees in wherever we think we need to. Don't want them to be too thick, just thick enough. Don't want it to look like it's out of place. Want it to look like it's way back in the background. And this next part is very important to make sure that you have a relatively clean brush for. So we're cleaning out our fan brush. I do have multiple fan brushes, but I prefer to just use the one. So because it's easier than swapping through, and especially it keeps. Because if you got one and then use it a bit, and then you switch to the other one for a while, by the time that you get back to it, the paint on the first one is going to be practically dry. You can't really do anything with it until you get it wet again. And then it starts to mess with the paint, makes it super thin, makes it super messy, gets paint, gets water all over your canvas. Especially water on your canvas can be a useful thing for doing specific stuff with water or with splatter effects. But most of the time it's an accident. So you want to have your. But so basically that's the big reason why I typically only use one fan brush to keep it nice and wet. But there's no shame in cleaning it out, so we're gonna just get some white, mix it in with a little bit of red. Not too much red, but just a bit. I want more white in there. Go in here, and we're gonna start just okay. That's too red. Like I said, we don't need too much red. Just need a bit. So I'm gonna mix in there. Okay, that's a bit better. And we're just gonna and for this next part, we're just following the process, but we need a layer of this pinkish right in here. And we'll put this over here too, maybe a bit. Yeah, why not? Do that. Okay, we're going to continue using this. Pull this forward a bit. We're just increasing our land mass a bit with this. I remember back in like 2020, 2021, I was like obsessed with Among Us, like most of the population. But I don't know how it was for everyone else, but I was like super obsessed. Like I remember that that Christmas, I ended up getting a hoodie that my dad was like, you can have it, but you're gonna wear it like the once and then probably never again. I was like, what are you talking about? This is Among Us. Among Us hoodie. It's awesome. I'm gonna wear it all the time. And then because it doesn't get very cold where I live, I didn't really end up wearing it again. I mean, I did. Eventually, I ended up finding it like a year or two later, and I tried it on. But the actual material the hoodie was made of wasn't very solid. It wasn't very comfortable. So I ended up never wearing it again because it was. Not even because it was like, it's Among Us. It was because it was not comfortable, like at all. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna mix in just a little bit of blue. Not a ton of blue, just a little bit of blue. You can make broad strokes with our fan brush right in here. So we're gonna go with that same color, mix in a little bit of brown, and we can start to expand the land out this way. Now that we have a little bit of a framework to work with. That's kind of redundant. Or maybe it's just poor word choice. I don't know. Or mixing in some more colors for color variation. I don't know about you guys, but I am a somewhat religious person. Like I have gone and been members of multiple churches. Like I remember for a long time I was at one church, but the whole thing I was mostly just going because it was what I was used to. And then after I finally decided to leave there after some convincing, I decided to leave, I went to another church after about a year or so of not going. And that's the church that I currently go to, and it's pretty great. A lot better than the other one. I know 2 churches isn't like a lot, but, you know, I'm still relatively young. I got time. Maybe I'll change my mind again. Who knows? And we're going to want to make these little hill things. It's very imperative that we make some hill things right in here. We'll make one going in here. We'll need to make another one here. I'm gonna want to lay in some white right in here. Kind of want it to look a bit like dead grass, so we're gonna, okay, we'll pour this down here. We're just gonna do that, and we can cover it up. We want this to more or less be consistent, so that's another word that I could have used instead of uniform, was consistent. I think that's the word I was actually looking for. But anyway, plot developments, that's cool. So we're just doing this here, using our brush strokes to pull this into the foreground. And also our color choice is very important for this too. And we're just gonna lay this in, make it a little bit here. Not that much, but enough, yeah. And we'll pull this in here. I got some more white so that we can actually use white, just like that. We've got a little bit of something going on here. We'll mix a little bit of brownish here. And now we take our white, bit of blue, mix it here, more white. We're just gonna start laying this in here. We want a little bit of color variation in our water or ice or whatever this is. I think it's definitely either water or ice, but we won't know until we're done. So I'm mixing in plenty of white, more white. You don't want to mix it so much. You want it to be kind of marbled. Have some supposed to be whiter than others. Have the whole thing be whitish, but not quite the entire thing. No, you kind of want to maybe pull this over here. And now we go in here, and now that I have a bit of a clearer idea of what we're trying to do, we can go in here, maybe a little bit of space in here, right there. And then we can go in with a bit of green and red. Mix them together into this nice, almost black color. Mix them as much as possible. We're gonna go here, and we're just gonna drag this here, as well as this. Use this and easily plop in some trees. Is this one of these Robert? Probably. We got two of them. Is this Robert's and Robert's evil twin? I am not sure yet. We'll have to figure that out together. I'm layering in some white. Don't want this to necessarily be super snowy, but we do want this to be we want this to be especially cool and chilly looking. Like, it looks like something where you would have, it would be super cold and cold enough to snow, but it's not snowing for some reason. And you're left wondering why. And again, there's some people that they would prefer it didn't snow because they live in an area where it snows a lot, and it's like, oh, more snow, oh my. And from my perspective, those people are almost lucky because it snows a couple, maybe once or twice a year, and usually that once or twice a year is in January. So, and we can even go over here and maybe add a smaller one right here. More green to that. More green to that end. More green, I say more green. You can go in here and make this look like it was always there and like we didn't just pull it from nowhere. This side looks a little bit empty, so why don't we go in and we just go start about here, pull this down up to about here, and we can easily just begin layering the colors in. And we're just layering in some more color into this big old tree. We can easily go in and maybe we'll add another tree. We're just adding a ton of trees here, aren't we? Use this with the fan brush too. Make it coming up around like this, like that. Maybe we can add another tree coming out of this, like that. And we're just putting them in anywhere, just about anywhere. Maybe we can even go in about here and we can let's create a little island here. Yeah, let's create a little island. Using yellow and stuff, easily placing it in here, just like that. And then we can easily go in and create another little tree, just like that. And next we're gonna go in with a bit of yellow, white, brown, or brownish bits. We're just gonna maybe go in here and add some, a little bit more color variation into this. It looks quite nice, I would say. Just adding to our layers and stuff. Alright, this is a bit of a simpler painting, but that's okay. It turned out really nice, and I like it a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and sign the painting. and you are gonna have to do your job of figuring out where I'm signing it. They'll never guess here, and no one's gonna hear this either. Mwahaha. Okay, that's going to be about it for today's painting. I really hope you enjoyed watching me make it as much as I did actually doing it. Alright, please let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I could do better in the future with, anything like that. And yes, this one is a bit more barren, but it puts more emphasis on the trees and the whole very chilly feel to it. It practically feels like it's like dropped like 10 degrees in here just as I was making it. So anyway, this is the painter signing off once again. I will see you all next time. Alright, so long. Farewell.